a national campaign to bring about this great deed of hope, a universal and fair old age pension.
That's in, my boy.
Buy one, get one free peg dolls.
Get away! Go on! They nicked my hat. Gav. Your hat! Go to you.
Thank you, darling.
You say to the bed. Right. Now.
See the Punch and Judy show taking place in this year of 1898.
God made the bees. The bees make the honey. You have a bet and the bookies take your money. I got a horse.
When Labour Minister in New Zealand, I was a great advocate of the union movements and felt its grassroots support for the rights of the working man should be respected by government.
Yes.
I'm glad that representatives of the unions and the cooperative societies will be present this afternoon's meeting and will be adding their support to call for an old age pension in Great Britain.
Yes.
You reckon his alarm clock stopped ticking?
Oh, God.
That didn't work. So he was panicking.
Thanks to the meeting in Browning Hall in East Street, the old age pensioners got their dues.
Today we're celebrating 100 years since the state pension was introduced, and it was introduced as a result of a campaign started here in Southwark by the Reverend Herbert Stead, who had a parade and a march down East Lane with a meeting and invited everybody to go to the Browning Hall in the afternoon. 400 people went, and they decided that something had to be done, so they called a conference. And from the conference, they had a national campaign with the trade unions, the friendly societies and church people, and a whole number of dignitaries or politicians, and it became a very successful national campaign, which led to the introduction of the pension in 1908.
Southwark Pensions Action Group, which is an extremely active and energetic organisation and really deserves our thanks. And I checked with Tony how many pensioners he reckons are in the borough, but represents all of them, and there are at least 32,000 pensioners in Southwark. And because people live longer, the number's growing.
I found out that someone who was very involved with the campaign was a man called the Reverend Herbert Stead. And I got hold of his book, and it turns out he was a very interesting man. He took over as the warden of the Robert Browning settlement, just round the back of East Street. And he found out that his friend, who was from New Zealand, who was called Reeves, W.P. Reeves, knew about the old age pensions, which had just been started in New Zealand. So he got Reeves to come and talk about pensions. He went down East Street with a brass band, giving out handbills and carrying placards. And when the people saw the handbills, they were so excited that they left everything else that was going on in the market. They all crowded round. And I just had this vision of this man who sort of brought the market to a standstill.
It's different to anything else I've ever been to, where people are quite keen to look after OAPs. So it was quite a remarkable day for me, from my point of view anyway. And I enjoyed it immensely.
It's so important to mix your history or our history with our present day and our lives and the community that we've got now, and 100 years on, and you know, it was all worth it.
Old age pensions is one of the biggest social reforms that we ever had in this country, and it shouldn't be forgotten, and I think the history should be absolutely treasured.